All right, we're going to show you how we clean some of our turtles. We've been, season came in July 1st, so we've caught quite a few since then, just setting our lines. We keep a dozen of these a year maybe, throw most of them back. As you can see, it's already been dispatched. I like to take some tie wire, wrap it around the tail, around the screw up here. Just makes it easier. I don't have to bend over the whole time. And go from there. I've seen people blow them up with air and use a water hose and do all that, and I have honestly tried every way that you can think of, and it's all about the same, so I don't even waste my time doing that. So all I'm doing here, as you can see, I'm just going to cut around the shell and the legs. He's not alive. I know you see him moving. It's just his nerves. So, good sharp knife. You're going to dull it quick, so have a sharpener. It's got to be a sturdy blade. Fillet knife just don't give enough, or they give too much. You see, I'm just moving this around. All the way around. You pull that skin a little tight, makes it easier. I never wore gloves doing this. I did start. Just easy, obviously, to clean your hands. The turtle smell seems to linger for days. Cutting right around that shell. Try to split it right down the neck here. Makes it easier to get the neck meat. And then a little easier to split it in half when it comes time. Like I said, we clean these when people want them, and a few for ourselves. We used to keep a bunch and have big turtle fries. Really, to be honest, most of the old timers we did it with have died and moved on. Not very many people our age even set lines anymore. They are fun though. Another good thing to have. Or some vice grips or channel locks. It does make it easier. You can snatch a hold of that. Save your fingers from doing it. Just kind of move it around, obviously. Pull it tight. Kind of like skinning anything else. The tighter it is, the easier it is to cut. A little blood to the face. Guess it never hurt anybody. I'm looking for that knuckle right there. He could be son of a guns if you don't hit him just right. My brother's wanting some of these shells and these feet, make necklaces out of them. They're pretty cool. He's missing a nail there. Alrighty, I'm back. Forgot to put my phone in airplane mode. And I know if I don't, I'll get a call and won't hear it. And then I'll clean all this and none of it will be on camera. Try to break it at that joint. A hatchet will come in handy. I got one laying there. You have to. Like I said, we keep the paws. Try not to waste much of it when we do them. And these things have been around a long time, so you hate to take any more than what you're going to use, but they are good eating. Like I said, you're going to see that with the nerves. I can assure you, he's not alive. Back legs are about the same. Don't want that to fall. Just keep on working it down, kind of like skinning anything else. That joint again. Gotta twist them. Squirrels and stuff like that, you can get the break. You're not going to get one of these to break. At least I'm not. Once you skin a few of these, it goes fairly quick. Like I said, guys will do these on the ground. They're a nightmare. You can't do very many. I got a couple barrels full I've got to do now. There's no way that I'm going to be bent over all that time trying to get them done. So cut all the way around to the joint and then turn. I actually broke a little farther up than I wanted it to. Here's 4 necklaces, keychains, whatever he wants to do. When he gets something made, I'll update it. Show you. I basically just keep the shells anymore and make clocks out of them. They're pretty simple to do. Right here, I'm just cutting, just kind of finding that line right there. Cut through it. Just be careful you don't cut yourself. Just trying to show it here. I'm just kind of finding the soft spot right there. I'm working a knife up and down. This bottom plate off there. This is the only part maybe you could use a fillet knife. Dig it in there. Let's see. I'll make it work. Anything that's hooked up, you just twist. It'll come loose. There's some meat there. I don't worry about that little bit of meat. That there I'll probably cut off. Anything too little. So you just kind of quarter it up like you would a rabbit or a squirrel. Even a deer at that. Ooh. Hey, it's getting washed anyway. So that's basically a front leg quarter right there. What I'll do is I'll find these joints. Right there's one. There's one right there. So basically, this is going to be 3 pieces of meat when I'm done. I'll soak it overnight like that. Get it all cleaned up. And quarter it up tomorrow. Same difference there. And into the bucket. A little harder to get a hold of here. It's a bit harder to not get a grip on that sucker. There we go. There we go. So we got the neck off, you see. You just got the 2 back legs, a little bit of the tail meat. I'm not going to take the whole tail. I just kind of take meat I'm going to keep off of it. This is the hardest part of them. Looks like some type of fish. No? Not really sure what that is. But I'm not going to eat it. This is July. Season comes in Indiana on July 1st. We never had a season until up to a few years ago, which is a good thing. I'm not knocking it. I'm glad we have a season now. Some guys, if you caught any, they'd be full of eggs. At least now, since the season has been moved, or started a season, I haven't got any that's had eggs in them. Which ultimately just going to have more to get every year. This one's gonna, like I said, this is the roughest part of getting them. It's getting them attached. And like I said, I'm not a pro. So there's probably other YouTube videos to show an easier way of doing that. This is just the way I usually try to do it. And you could also put this on the ground and it would be a little easier. But like I said, I don't like bending over. It's mainly just getting that joint right there. It didn't break. There, that broke loose, I think, now though. There we go. It's just getting that broke loose a little bit. You could really tear it up. I try to use caution even when I dispatch the turtle. Like I said, we're going to keep the shells. And I'll show you guys a clock we make. Just a little bit of fat. And I'll quarter that up. Chop that into probably 4 pieces. That's really what you end up with here. You got the inner stuff here. You can cut more of this meat off there. It's just not worth it. I'll clean this shell all up though. This shell here is salvageable. We'll scrub this with SOS pads, get all that off of it. A lot of people set them outside in the sun. It's probably the worst thing to do. It will clean them out quick. So basically clean all this out, fill it full of borax. It'll clean that up nice and kind of scrub this up as quick as you can. Let it dry a little bit and use spray lacquer. It'll keep all the scales on there. That's pretty much it. All right, tune in next time.